After 3 weeks of meditation, I've cleared my consciousness. I'm relaxed and I can see things from a Zen perspective. I am back after walking half a block from my house to go to this river, the Catskill Mountains, to breathe. All is all, and anything is anything. I got tranquility. I am one with the multiverse. What I'm witnessing in the animal kingdom, also known as Homo sapiens, I realize this is the way things are in physical law. I am back to face the consequences. Oh yeah. All right. Whoa. And now it's time for the Late Boomer Show, starring Stephen J. Morris. Yeah. Look, my age, I'm not so brave as I was, or audacious as I was when I was younger, in my 20s. In those days, I could take on the world and kick the world's ass. Now, my cats scratch me and I get upset. So I'm not a warrior. What is this fetishization of the word warrior? You know who the biggest supporters of masculinity is? Gay men. They used to came close to gay porn back in the 50s. They used to have muscle men, uh, muscle magazines where they show men lifting up and they show their six packs and their muscles. It was a very male thing. But the only people who read those or looked at the pictures were gay men. You think the stereotype of the homosexual is that some guy's weak and he has a high voice and he wears perfume? No. There's a thing called top. The bottom is the feminine ones you know and love, who wear dresses, dress up like women. But the most thing that turns on gay men is masculinity. Yeah, they flex their muscles. And most of the most of the guys in the professional wrestling, a lot of them are gay. They love that tough guy shit. So I'm an old man and I don't give a shit. Okay, not anymore. This whole now I'm gonna give you I'm going to give you an example of somebody celebrating somebody's dead. All right? Hitler's dead? He's dead? Yay! Oh, Hitler's dead. I'm celebrate, celebrate, dance to the music. Woo. Yeah, dance to the music. Celebrate. Here in America, we have the First Amendment. And the reason we have that First Amendment, because Britain, if you said anything about the king, you get tarred and feathered in the public square. Or maybe they'll put you in one of those things. Pillories, I think they call them. And then they'll take a board and start smacking your ass in public, and everybody goes, "Yay, how dare you talk to the queen like that? Why do you talk about our majesty the queen? You are not allowed to smile." It's funny how things change. Okay, let's talk about this guy. Him. There you are. How's heaven? Heaven. I hate to report it to you. There's no heaven. Sorry. How do I know? Because I remember nothing before I was born. That's how I know. This guy is going to be the first patron saint of Protestants. You think Catholics have a lot of saints? Well, he's the first Protestant saint. As a, what do they call them? A martyr? A round-headed Aryan is a martyr? No. He was an activist, and I don't know how he got the money, but the Koch brothers, when both of them were alive, gave him a shitload of money. Money. This guy is wealthy by incident, by coincidence. It's so simple. It's not even a conspiracy theory. It's true. The oligarchs, which would be the Koch brothers, they want everybody to be stupid. And what better way is to be stupid by having evangelical Christianity? Yeah, you make people stupid because when I die, I'm going to the castle of the Lord or the mansion of Jesus. The streets are made of gold. You know, Christ came back and all he had was sandals and a toga, I think. And he walked around, didn't have any money. And you think you're going to go to heaven and be with the elite? You think you're going to have servants and people giving you massages? Yeah, good luck. So the rich oil company barons say, make all people Christians. And the thing is, it worked for 30% of the people. 30%. Now, he was an evangelical, Charlie Kirk. His whole mission was to convert or proselytize Americans to be Christian zombies. Sad, but true. Now, I'm not anti-Christian. I'm anti-religion. I do not want America to become a Christian Iran. Because all the Abrahamic religions are all based on the same thing: fear God. Because God is a dictator. If you don't kiss his body parts, you're not going to get in heaven. Of course, the rich oil company barons, they don't believe in Jesus. The Koch brothers are practically atheists. They say they're Christians, but they're not. Just like Trump. Trump couldn't give a fuck about Jesus. They asked him, hey, what part of the Bible you like? Oh, that's very personal with me, and I don't say, I don't know. I don't want to reveal. He never read the damn thing. He doesn't have any preference or favorite quotes. He doesn't give a shit about America. He doesn't give a shit about Jesus. He just cares about himself. Me, look, I'm going to make a ballroom in Washington, D.C. You know why? Because for the rest of history, his name, President Trump is responsible for this. He's going to be disappointed when he dies, because there is no afterlife. Okay, now, second thing I want to talk about. Back in the old days, we had a thing called a revolutionary situation, which meant when society collapses, when we have major depression, unemployment is 75%. The Constitution is suspended. Then we have a thing called a revolutionary situation. And you had to be quick. You had to get up, start an army, because we have more guns than people in America. So guns will not be so hard to get. We'll go in the gun shops with guns and take their guns for free. But these clowns think that they think we have an army and we're sophisticated and we're violent are you kidding? 75% or maybe 85% of the left in America comprises of pacifists. And the Democrats, see, that's how the whole thing is set up. They set up they used to be independent parties. But now the Republicans and the Democrats came together back in the late 50s and said, okay, we're going to be the violent cops. We're going to be the bad cops, okay? The Republicans, we're going to say we want more military, we want America to be strong. You, the Democrats, play liberals. You want equality for everybody, blah, blah, blah. And of course, we'll get to the point where we take off the extreme left, get rid of them, and we'll blame everything on you, the Democrats. And plus, we'll give you money for it. Republicans give more money to the Democratic Party than any oil company. You didn't know that, did you? Did you? They're a fake political party. The real party is the Republican Party. All right? Now we got that out of the way. Now that you know the two-party system is a sham, they want you to wait. They want you to wait until when? 2006, when we have the local elections? Nothing is like the urgency of now. Now is the time, and I'm back. The only way all these ICE infractions, tear gassing, killing a woman, killing lots of people, it's not about illegal immigrants. It's about the white race. Good luck making America a pure white country again, you fascist. And they are fascists, but Democrats are not communist. If you think that, you're either brain damaged or you're a psychotic liar. Communist. I wish they were communist, but they're not. They're right of center. They're like Republicans early 60s. Goldwater Republicans. That's what the Democrats are now. Little pinch of libertarianism. Just a little bit. So what do? Read history. Read the Constitution. If you don't like what's going on, you have the constitutional right to start a revolution. We want to overthrow, a violent overthrow of the Republican government. Not the American government, the Republican government. All right? Simple. So are we in a revolutionary situation? Soon. It's coming very soon. It's like 10 to 12. It's like 10 to 12, boys and girls. The time has come. You better fight now. Just not sit around and watch the news or post anything on YouTube. And that's another thing. Don't post anything. These clowns are working. YouTube and Facebook, they're all pro-Trump now. You might as well put your address up and tell you what time you're home. Don't post anything. America's going to need an underground movement because this shit is getting real. Real. So I say 1, 2, 3. Goodbye.